it's Sue again. I'm back today with another little project that I've done using Shannon's digitals from Mixed Media, Minnesota. Sorry, I'm just moving my glue and stuff. So Mixed Media, Minnesota. Try and say that fast 3 times. So I had all these bits and pieces, and I've still got, these all this sort of bits and pieces left over from using the printables in my previous journal that I did a flip through on. And I just thought, I will use them in other projects down the track, but I just thought, let's try and use them up and make something with them. And as you all know, I'm packing, and I found in a box with some random bits and pieces some of this card, just from a carton. I don't know, I just obviously thought it must be, I might use that for something at some stage, and I just thought, oh, okay, I'm going to use up my bits and pieces of the printables. And I've just come up with this cute little grungy notebook. So I'm really happy with it, and it was really quite freeing because, as you know, my style is quite structured, but I have really loved putting this together. So it's just a little bit of carton that I've used for the cover, front and back cover. They're very randomly sized. You can see the front cover is smaller than the back cover. I've just torn away the top layer, and you get this fluted card on the underneath. I've added some modelling paste through a stencil, added distress oxide ink, added water, taken some off, inked over the modelling paste so that it's not as stark, left some bits stark. And then on the front I've just added some of the Tim Holtz wildflower dyes. And this is a stamped, I think this might have been from one of his stamp sets, actually, from memory. Now all the pages, they all stick out the covers. I've got a little bit of seam binding there as well. So I just thought this would be something that's just to do memories of, like maybe a week away somewhere. Just a little notebook, basically. So I'll go just do a quick flip through of it with you. I've just done it's only one signature, and I've sewn it to this fabric. Now this fabric I used on my previous journal that I did for Shannon's design team. So I've just sewn the signatures to that, and then I've just glued the covers to that. So it's sort of hidden in there. You can just see a little sneak of it there. Okay, so I'll just show you a little bit closer of that, front and back. It's so much fun. Okay. It's very basic. As I said, it's just using up some of the bits and pieces I had left over from a previous journal. So I've just done a bits and pieces pocket here with some scraps, sewn it. This is off one of the printables. I've sewn that. This blue piece here is also off one of the printables, and I've just added that to the pocket. And then I've just got one of the tags from the kit, one of the kits as well, just left over. And everything's backed with coffee dye paper and sewn. Okay, so I've just torn and inked really randomly and popped them in. I had some baking paper that I used for when I used to do my coffee dyeing in the oven, so I used that, did a tiny little collage with a mushroom and a stamped image there. This is one of the little mini file folders, and I've sewn it up again, and I've used, there's a pocket inside there, and then I've done a pocket behind, and I've just, these little tags I've reduced down and backed them with coffee dye paper. So lots of little hidden places to do some bits and pieces of journaling. This is one of the printables. So all this coffee dye paper that I've used, these are just pieces that as I've dyed them and I've taken them off the table, they've stuck to the other paper and they've torn, or things like that. They've torn when I've put them in the coffee dyeing solution. So they're not perfect. So I've just used them and just torn away bits and pieces. This was one of the printables. I've just backed it with some coffee dyed lined paper. This was actually one of the larger file folders that I hadn't used, and I thought I'm just going to cut it and just make it into a journaling card. These are all printables. Another tiny little tag. They're so cute. That's a center. That's another one of Shannon's printables. I'll put all the links down below, of course. A little tag. I haven't put an eyelet or anything in that. Just thought I would leave that as it is. So I actually looked at this and it looks a little bit like a mushroom, I thought, that after I'd sewn it in. It's very fitting for the theme. So this is another little one of those mini file folders. So I've sewn it up again, and there's a pocket there, and then I've just sewn it and made a little tuck there. And they've both got coffee dyed paper on the back. So very, very unstructured, and I'm surprised how much fun I had putting it together, to be honest with you. This is the back, so just another tag out of the kit, and I've done just another pieced pocket here, bit of grungy coffee dyed paper. I've used that same fabric that is used in the spine here. This is one of the tags out of the wildflower kit, and these bits here are also out of the printables as well. And then the same, this was another one of those file folders that I had put onto cardstock and I just hadn't used, so I just thought I'd make a little journaling card out of that as well, and I've just popped that in there. And then that's the back. So that's just a really quick little notebook. It took a while to put together, but that was just a quick flip through. But honestly, I had so much fun. I think I can see a few more grungy journals in my future. And as I said, this is just a tiny little notebook. You know, you could stick it in your bag, and if it got, you know, a little bit torn and whatever, it wouldn't really matter. So yeah, use up your printables, guys. It's just, you know, you can do so much with them. And I mean, I know I'm guilty of that too. I have leftovers when I use a kit and then I just don't get back to them. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to use, when I print off some printables, I try and use up as much as I can, make tags for future projects, make, you know, I'm going to make some more little notebooks like this sort of thing. Not even necessarily grungy, but that's just what came to me when I had all these torn bits and pieces left over. So give it a go, and it just saves, you know, we just get all overwhelmed, don't we? Get overwhelmed with everything that we have. So if we use them all up and we make things with them, we've got them there ready when we make journals, or we can send them as happy mail, that sort of thing. So, all right, just a quick one today. So I'll leave the details for Shannon and her shop, Mixed Media Minnesota, down below, and I will put the details of the kits. And I think it was Grungy Wildflower, Among the Wildflowers, and Botanical Flutter that I used, but I will put it all down below. Go and check them out. So, all right, take care, guys, and until next time, I hope you get a little bit of crafting time in. Bye-bye.